Formula Drift banned this car. A 1965 Ford Mustang with 1,400 horsepower and all-wheel drive was too good for professional drifting. Ken Block built the Hoonicorn Mustang to destroy everything, and Formula Drift said no. But here's what most people don't know. Getting banned made this machine more famous than any drift car that was allowed to compete. Let me show you why the Hoonicorn is the most extreme Mustang ever built.
Businessman, YouTube star, and a lover of extreme sports. Just some of the ways Ken Block has been described.
Ken Block's vision. Let's start with Ken Block, the man who made viral car videos in art form. He created Gymkhana, a series that showed what happens when you give a professional driver unlimited budget and zero restrictions. And for Gymkhana 7, Block wanted something special. He wanted to build the ultimate American muscle car. The Hoonicorn Mustang was born. Block started with a 1965 Ford Mustang. Not a regular Mustang, not even a Shelby GT350. He took a '65 Mustang shell and told his team at ASD Motorsports, "Make this the most insane thing possible." And it became exactly that. The first decision? All-wheel drive. Mustangs are rear-wheel drive. American muscle is supposed to be rear-wheel drive. But Ken Block didn't care about tradition. This Ford needed all-wheel drive to handle the power he was about to unleash, so ASD Motorsports built a custom AWD system for the build. The Hoonicorn uses a SADEV transmission connected to a custom drivetrain that sends power to all four wheels. It can vary power distribution, but typically runs 60% rear, 40% front. Now the engine. Block wanted maximum violence. This Mustang originally had a naturally aspirated 6.7-liter V8 making 845 horsepower. That's already insane. But Ken Block wasn't satisfied. It needed more. So for Gymkhana 10, the build got upgraded. Twin turbos. The Hoonicorn now makes 1,400 horsepower in a car that looks like a classic Mustang. This machine weighs around 2,998 pounds. That's relatively light for what it is. But with 1,400 horsepower, the power-to-weight ratio makes modern hypercars jealous. It accelerates like it's being catapulted. Now here's where the story gets controversial. Ken Block wanted to compete in Formula Drift. Formula Drift is professional drifting at the highest level. This car seemed perfect for the series, but Formula Drift officials looked at it and said no. Why did Formula Drift ban the Hoonicorn? Because it has all-wheel drive. Formula Drift rules require rear-wheel drive cars. The reasoning? Drifting is supposed to be about skill, about controlling oversteer through throttle and steering input alone. Officials argued that AWD gives an unfair advantage. This Mustang to drift with more control, more speed, more consistency than RWD cars. It was too good. Ken Block argued that his creation was harder to drift than people thought. All-wheel drive doesn't automatically make drifting easy. The car required different techniques, different inputs, different skills. Block proved it was just as challenging as any rear-wheel drive drift car. But Formula Drift didn't budge. The build remained banned from official competition. Ken Block couldn't compete with it. So what did he do? He took this Ford and made it more famous than any Formula Drift car. Gymkhana 7 featured the Hoonicorn destroying Los Angeles. The video has over 175 million views. Sliding through downtown LA, jumping obstacles, doing donuts in stadiums, this machine became more iconic than any championship-winning drift car. The Hoonicorn didn't need Formula Drift. It proved you don't need official series approval to become legendary. Ken Block created his own platform, and his car became more famous than the series that banned it. The insane performance. Let's talk about what makes this build so ridiculously fast. That 1,400 horsepower isn't just a number. This thing uses that power in ways that seem impossible. The acceleration is violent. From a standstill, it launches like it's been hit by lightning. All four wheels claw at the pavement and the car just explodes forward. 0 to 60, under 2 seconds. That's hypercar territory. That's faster than most supercars, and it does it while looking like a classic Mustang. The top speed? Ken Block has had the Hoonicorn over 180 miles per hour in a car designed for drifting in Gymkhana. This wasn't built for top speed, but it does it anyway because it has so much power that physics gives up trying to slow it down. The drifting ability is supernatural. Watch Ken Block slide this machine and it moves like it's on ice, but with complete control. It can transition from left to right instantly. The car can maintain drifts at ridiculous speeds. It can drift uphill, which most rear-wheel drive cars struggle with. That all-wheel drive gives it advantages that Formula Drift was right to be worried about. The sound is apocalyptic. That twin-turbo V8 screams. Straight pipes, no mufflers, just raw exhaust note. When this Ford is on boost, the sound is like thunder mixed with a jet engine. It doesn't just look aggressive, it sounds like automotive violence. The brakes are massive. Brembo 6-piston calipers all around. The Hoonicorn needs serious braking power because it accelerates so hard. Block can go from full throttle to full stop in distances that seem impossible. It stops as hard as it accelerates. The suspension is custom rally spec. This thing can take jumps. It has soaked up landings that would destroy normal cars. Ken Block has launched it off ramps and the car lands and keeps going like nothing happened. It's built like a rally car hiding in a Mustang body. The cultural impact. Here's why the Hoonicorn Mustang matters beyond just being fast. It changed what people thought American muscle could be. Traditional muscle cars are simple. Big engine, rear-wheel drive, straight-line speed. This build said forget tradition. It showed that American muscle could have all-wheel drive, could corner, could drift, could do everything. The Hoonicorn proved American engineering could compete with European supercars. Ken Block and this machine inspired an entire generation of builders. After seeing it, everyone wanted to build extreme versions of classic cars. It showed you could take vintage styling and combine it with modern technology. This Ford proved that classic cars could have cutting-edge performance. The car also changed car culture's relationship with all-wheel drive. Before this, all-wheel drive was for rally cars and Subarus. The Hoonicorn made all-wheel drive cool in muscle cars. Now, builders regularly add all-wheel drive to classic American iron. This build started that trend. The videos featuring this machine have hundreds of millions of views combined. It became more recognizable than most production supercars. Kids who don't even care about cars know the Hoonicorn. It transcended car culture and became pop culture. When Ken Block tragically died in 2023, this car became his legacy. It represents everything he stood for: pushing boundaries, ignoring conventional wisdom, building something so extreme that people said it was impossible. The Hoonicorn Mustang is Ken Block's masterpiece, preserved forever. This is why the Hoonicorn Mustang is 1,400 horsepower of banned all-wheel drive American muscle. It didn't need Formula Drift's approval. The build became legendary anyway. Ken Block took a 1965 Mustang and transformed it into something that redefined what muscle cars could be. This Ford proved that American engineering could create something as extreme as any European supercar. It showed that all-wheel drive belonged in muscle cars. The Hoonicorn demonstrated that viral videos could make a car more famous than any racing championship. Formula Drift banned it, but this machine won something bigger than any drift competition. It won automotive immortality, and that's exactly what Ken Block and the Hoonicorn Mustang deserved.